Yes, looks like we're live. We're back after a short break. I'm Patrick. Right next to me, Carol. We're representing a Landingy customer success team. And we are going to talk about use cases in automotive industry, landing page use cases in automotive industry. We are going to show you two examples of landing pages which showing different approaches on how to create landing page. The first one would be like a massive landing page with a huge graphical content, very similar to a main product homepage, so to speak. And the other one will be a short lander with basic informations. Both of these landing pages have their uses, so stay tuned. But before we start, we'd like to know if you can hear us and see us properly. So if you please share at least a single comment from each platform. We are streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So information about how loud and clear you can hear us will be much appreciated.
We are back to being alive in a live webinar format. As a couple of you might already been attending some of our webinars before, we are changing a little bit the format. So we are not only talking about the product side of Landingy, but we also will be providing some examples for the particular industries this time. So hopefully you will enjoy this kind of series, a webinar series, and let us know what do you think and if you can hear and see us properly at the first place.
Okay. Do we have any readings? Can anyone hear us or see us? That would be much appreciated. Let's double check it.
Yeah, we are live on LinkedIn, YouTube, and
Facebook.
Yeah, of course. So at least one single comment from each platform would be appreciated. From our end, everything seems to be working fine.
Okay.
But yeah.
Looks like we're good. So okay, straight to the point then. We are going to talk about this landing page that you can already see on your screens. The page is in Polish, so before I translate it, so you can see the actual copy, we will show you that the text positioning is correct on each section, because the Google translation might probably change the positioning of the text because of the length of it. So as you can see, this is how the landing page looks. And let's just translate it so the copy is obvious and visible. Okay, so as you can see, it looks like a homepage of a product. We have a navigation bar here that can scroll you into a particular section. As you can see, all redirections are working correctly. Going further down, we have a hero section along with the call to action button. And what's important here, because we have different approaches to a hero section, some marketers says that it is very important to have a form in a hero section, while the others claim that it's good to have this hero section with a call to action that actually redirects to a form, while in that specific section you can show the product picture or the main header that will show the basic information about what the page is going to be about. So as you can see, when I click the CTA, we're going down to a form. The main goal of that page is obviously lead generation. So the marketers are gathering leads and they're warming them up. They're following up with the offer. They'll discuss financial options for the vehicle for purchase, and this is how the page works in general. However, as you'll see further, there are also a micro conversion options that we're going to discuss. What's important after the hero section, after very nice picture of the vehicle, we have description of the main technology features of the vehicle. They are presented in bullet points, which a list, which is very important. Additionally, the most important pieces of information are in bold. So there is a certainty that you won't miss it while skimming the page. Additional information, engine versions of the vehicle, and right after the vehicle pictures, we have that micro conversion button that I've mentioned before, and the actual CTA. The actual CTA will obviously scroll us down to a form. However, if we click additional button, the download the new Lexus RR price list will be redirected to a file, and this is that option can be used for remarketing, obviously, if you track a micro conversion button here. So the next section is it's outstanding because it's showing us the actual graphic image, the great marketing material about the vehicle, showing us the entire technology features in that nice movie. Obviously, if it comes to a vehicle, we are very interested in seeing them, see how are they look like in those materials, how are they look in a real life, obviously, because there are real life images as well. However, that kind of content speaks well, and it's very keen on eye, and it draws attention to a product. What do we have next? Additional graphical content presented with slider. It gives that modern vibe to a landing page. These are automatically switching, presenting specific features and technologies used in the process of the vehicle production. And what's important, and what is a general rule of thumb, we need to remember about the real images of the vehicle, because the ones used in the marketing materials are pretty much enhanced. The videos are prepared by a special team, by the graphic designers, etc., etc. While the actual pictures showing the real vehicle in a nice landscape, and it's pretty much important to show how the actual product looks like.
Yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of graphic content, let's say, so the images, the video in the background. So it's important to remember that those graphic content should be optimized correctly, because the more content you put in your landing page, it gets heavier, let's say, and it can load a bit slower. So it's of course it's okay to put galleries and slider and video in the background. That's all great, and there's no problems with that. However, it's good to remember to optimize the content and the graphics, to basically make their size as small as possible, to not affect the loading page of the speed, the loading speed of the landing page itself. Yeah,
correct. Furthermore, we have a contact details, obviously the form itself. As I mentioned, that page is constructed or wrapped around lead generation goals. So we have all the form fields required for the further marketing process, for the further lead funnel process. So all after filling the details, the visitor will be redirected to a thank you page, and the email will be forwarded to a marketer team or to sales team, and the sales team will prepare the financial offer for the vehicle purchase, etc., etc. And this is authorized car dealer. So obviously there are also information about the showroom and the Google Map helping us, especially helpful on mobile devices when you're on the road and you can pretty much set up the destination automatically. So these are actual must-haves if we are talking about the showrooms, because some of the customers prefers just to pop into a showroom and let's say talk all the details with the salesperson or book or schedule the test drive, etc., etc.
Yeah, and such a Google Map also confirms that your showroom or your company is basically legit, right? So you exist on the map. So you that gives like an more authentic look to your company, to your landing page, to your brand. So that's also an extra dimension to that part.
Okay, so after discussing how the page looks live, let's take a look at how does it look inside the editor, because everything you saw on that page was created inside the Landingy editor. So let me just quickly switch to Carol's screen, and there we go.
Yeah.
Over to
Thank
you,
you very
sir.
much. Thank you very much, Patrick. So as Patrick already mentioned, everything that we already saw on the landing page was created directly in our Landingy editor. As you can see here, the top section is just a navigation basically section with our redirection buttons. The hero section, just a couple of text widgets and the image in the background. So just a very, very simple elements. Another section with the characteristics of the particular model of the vehicle. So again, very just a plain text here. Next up, just a further information on the specific models or the specific versions of the engines of the models, and a couple of extra information on them. Two buttons. The first one, the redirection button, so ask about the offer, which on the right hand side we can see that has the scroll to section option, which upon clicking we will be redirected to the section which is called form, so the section at the very bottom with the contact form, right here. So that's basically the section used here, the feature used here. And to download, so that micro conversion Patrick told us about. So download the file option, which can serve as a micro conversion here. Next up, we got a section with that video in the background, as we could see earlier. And it is just implemented a video as a background for a section, right? So this section is basically elementless, so there are no element on this section, but the only actual element on this is the video that is put in the background of it, as a background of it. Next up, we got the slider. So in this case, this is a little bit of custom solution. Every single section is presented as a separate slider tab, let's say, and every single section is created from scratch, let's say. However, very simple, just some image, a couple of text widgets, and basically every single section is the same. However, ultimately it is combined into one section slider, let's say. Next up, we got the image gallery. So we got a couple of different images, and they are connected with each other in a form of image gallery right here on the right hand side. So again, this is just a feature in the Landingy builder. Some text widgets and the form itself. So here we got a very nice image in the background of the section. We got our contact form, and at the bottom, the information about the dealer, about the saloon, about the showroom of that particular dealer, with some contact form. The only with the information about the company and the location, and the Google map. So that is actually the only thing that is fully custom made, let's say. However, very easy to implement in Landingy, because all you need to do is actually pinpoint the location in your Google Map settings. There is very easy to just like copy the code of your selected location and just apply it, copy the code and paste it right here in the HTML widget, which actually creates a Google Map directly on your landing page. So yeah, as you can see, it's not the plainest of the landing pages. However, Basically everything here is built with the elements provided in the landing editor.
Okay, so the next landing page we'd like to show you is much more simpler in its construction. That's the one over here. It's the landing page that serves the vehicle sale purpose, but these are the aftermarket vehicles. So the first one was authorized dealer. Here is an aftermarket dealer. And what do we have here? Obviously, is a couple of simple sections, as you can see, with some basic photos and informations. A very short form asking for a mobile phone and a comment. And that's pretty much it. Privacy policy on the bottom of the page. And that's pretty much it. And the difference is pretty much the way how the page creator would like to process his lead throughout the funnel, really. Because the page we've seen previously represents like a full marketing funnel. The page was created by the entire team, I believe. There are like separate team responsible for creating the graphic content, separate people
putting that together in a landing page, in a form of a landing page.
And obviously there is like a photograph theme or someone who was actually tasked with creating a photo images of the vehicle in the landscape you've seen. While here we have a couple of basic images, a quick form that will actually ask for a mobile phone, and right after receiving the lead, the seller would probably call the person who filled the form within I'd say a couple of minutes, even if he's looking at the page and processing lead like hot leads, because these are very high value leads and need to be and the reaction needs to be very quick. So as I said, here's the button that will redirect to the remaining offers of that seller, of that dealer. And here we have some additional.
So this is like the main page of
that's the
certain.
It redirects to a home page.
Yeah.
And here we have the basic information, the make, obviously, model, year of production, how many miles or kilometers in that case has been already on the dashboard, on the dashboard. Such information as how fast would the vehicle speed up from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour. So these are not very typical information if we compare it to like a standard automotive post on web services, on selling web services. However, these are something that may actually speak to like a persona, to a specific person that is interested in a premium made, which was probably discounted properly, because from as far as I know, these vehicles comes a little bit more expensive than 295,000 euros. Just so the page was created with having that specific persona in mind that will actually be interested in such specs.
Yeah, the idea of such a much less containing a lot less content landing page, it's probably that the owner had an idea to just provide some brief idea about the product, right? About the provide some image, provide a more or less the price of the product, and actually just trigger just a smallest interest and leave the contact form in case you would learn more. However, on the previous landing page there was a lot of details, and probably the people who submits the form on the first landing page was more decided on that particular thing. However, in this case, you just submit your contact form and just learning more, right? And okay, maybe I like what I see, but I would like to learn more about this, right? So probably that landing page might gather a little bit more leads because it's, that's just my thinking, and it contains a little bit more details, and just I treat it as a ask more, like contact form, like contact me because I like to learn more about this.
Okay, so let's just take a look at this particular page in the editor to confirm how simple it is in its construction. So let's just move back to Carl's screen, and there you go.
Yes, so again, every single element, in this case, actually every single element was created within the landing builder. As you can see, a couple of text widgets, some icon, an image in the next section. Again, we got a button, we got text widgets, a very nice, like a trick that we got text content on the left, image on the right. Next section got its reversed, so we got image on the left, text on the right, but all the elements are built within the landing page, within the editor, and some basic contact form also created directly in Landingi. So probably, in comparison to the first landing page was, as Patrick mentioned, probably built by some marketing team. They had to prepare graphics, they prepare videos. The landing page was a little bit bigger, let's say, with more details. However, this kind of landing page probably could be created by one person within, a couple of minutes, up to an hour, let's say. But it doesn't mean it will not serve its purpose. But because the landing page design is like a half of job. The other half will do, as Patrick mentioned, the persona. If you target the landing page correctly, that will actually will give a high chance of generating leads.
And what's good about this page, if you scroll down to a contact form, as you can see, it's shorter than the one on the previous page. So it has a higher chances, statistically speaking, in being filled by the potential buyer, because we have that tendency to restrain ourselves from sharing too much data on online. So if they're like the more the fields in your form, the statistically lesser the chance that the visitor will submit it, because here we have only like comment and a mobile number field, and that's it. And right after the form is submitted, the seller is contacting the person, speaking or discussing the rest of the offer or financial conditions, etc., etc. And the other thing is that the less complex the page, the better, as you can see, the better it goes on the mobile view. So because it's divided to a simple sections, and there are lined up nicely. What happened? The thank you page.
Just a thank you page.
That's just a thank you page. Okay. Yeah. So there we have here, and so that's pretty much the comparison of two pages. However, there is no saying in which approach is better. It's simply, it depends on how your funnel works, how big is your marketing or sales team, what is your capacity in terms of processing the leads. And these two approaches show how the pages may differ on so many levels, in the construction, in the graphic content, in the copy approach, in the presenting vehicle specs, etc., and yet doing the same good job depending on how good is the traffic you drive there, how do you promote the landing page.
Yeah, both pages are equally successful in our dashboard, let's say. So that's why we picked those two landing pages for comparison.
Okay, so that will be pretty much it if it comes to our today's comparison, today's two approaches to creating a landing pages in the automotive industry. If you have any questions, please let us know. In the meantime, we can show you where you can find dedicated templates on our website. You don't have to log into the platform. Obviously, they are visible there while you create a new landing page. However, if you visit our homepage, landingi.com, you can see that on the product tab. There you go. Under the product tab, under the landing page templates, you can find industry dedicated templates. So if you choose the proper filter, for example, automotive, you will see all the templates available.
So if you are just a beginner, we provide you with the templates.
Yeah, there might be a pretty solid base for your first landing page creation if it comes to automotive industry. So we highly recommend to get familiarized with them. And who knows, you might they might inspire you and give you some even better ideas to create your own landing page. I can see we have no questions for today. So we'll call it a day then.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for your attention. Let us know what do you think about this format of our webinars, and we wish you a very best rest of your day. So take care, stay tuned for more info about our upcoming webinars.
So maybe we can wave, like you can change the scene and
yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
and let's say goodbye in a proper way. So there we are. And take care. Have the great rest of your day. See you later.
Thank you very much for attending.